Welcome to GGSP. I'm Jem. It's time to get those sweatbands on and get ready for some sporty action. As we shoot and score in the latest virtual take on the beautiful game with FIFA 22. Plus, bring a towel and make sure to hydrate as we go through some of the best games to make you sweat. Whew, I'm out of breath just thinking about it. I might need a minute. Roll the thing!
Well, while Jem has been kicking balls around the place this week in FIFA, I took on a very different ball sport involving monkeys trapped in balls. Yes, I've been rocking and rolling in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which is an enhanced remaster of the first 3 games. Released in celebration of the series' 20th anniversary, this game is full of arcadey fun. You need to tilt the stage to roll a cheeky little monkey ball to the end goal. And sure, you can collect some bananas along the way for extra points, but who has the time when you're just trying to stay on the map?
Fall out!
Stages are quick and nail-biting, the epitome of easy to learn, hard to master. I always felt convinced there was some cool trick shot I could do to just fling myself to the end, but it never seemed to pan out. But that's enough monkeying around for now. Let's see what's news. Nintendo has unveiled the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character, and in a personal insult to me, it isn't Waluigi.
Why, Luigi?
Sora from Kingdom Hearts has joined the Smash cast, which was apparently based on him winning the most votes in a fan poll years ago. His stage is the floating level of Hollow Bastion, which will feature a changing backdrop where various Kingdom Hearts characters will appear. And his final Smash move appropriately locks foes behind a door. Well, I'm happy for all the Sora fans out there, but we all know Waluigi would have been a better choice. Moving on, and Sony has added the ability to trial PlayStation 5 games, but only for players in the UK at this time. Users can download and play several hours of some games for free until October 28th. Currently, only 2 games are able to be tried, one of which is Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which users can try out for 5 hours. But there is a rather strange catch. The 5-hour timer starts as soon as you begin to download the trial, meaning those with slower internet or people who don't realize will miss out on valuable trial time. I love the idea, but the execution could definitely use some work, I think. Next up, some new accessibility features are coming to Xbox. During a 40-minute showcase, it was revealed that every game in the store will be getting a panel to quickly show users what accessibility features are available. There will also be new system-wide color filters that aim to help colorblind users access content that was previously less accessible to them. And in some more good accessible gaming news, the non-profit organization Dagger System has launched its accessible games database. The site currently lists 144 games and their accessibility features, as well as letting users search by what features they need and giving recommendations. Anything that gets more gamers gaming is great to see. Well, that's news, so let's get on with the show.
Real excitement and anticipation here. And that's the way to keep the ball out of the net. Well, the danger is still there. It needs an accurate cross. In it goes! What a contest this is turning out to be!
FIFA 22 is this year's installment in EA Sports' virtual football series. We all know it by now. It's one of those games that gets released every year with a few small changes to make it feel new. But let me be clear. The version you get on the Nintendo Switch is not the same version you'll get on other consoles. Right here, you're looking at the game on PS5, and this version of the game does have some new features. But on the Switch, FIFA 22 is basically identical to FIFA 21, 20 and 19. Other than updates to player rosters, the game has been the same old clone on Switch for years, and that sucks. But now that I've got that warning out of the way, I can talk about how the new FIFA plays on the PlayStation 5, which is the version I reviewed. And I mean, it looks great, right?
And just over the bar, excellent effort it was.
If you're really into football, then FIFA is one of those games that is just overflowing with things to do. Enough to keep you happy until the next World Cup rolls around. The game starts this year with a cutscene, showing David Beckham enjoying a breakfast in Paris before your character gets woken up to get to the stadium for training. This whole sequence works like a tutorial, teaching you some of the basics as you kick the ball down the street.
Here it comes. Nice.
This was a really cool way to suck you into the game from the get-go. You even meet some other football superstars,
Just shot.
put some skills to the test, and then play a full match between PSG and Chelsea in a massive stadium.
Oh, a goal!
After that, though, you're taken straight to the game's main menu and it's normal old FIFA again. What felt like the start of a big story mode was just a fancy intro, and you never get to enjoy a pancake in Paris again. But hey, it's the football here that does the talking as always. And this year, the game feels very fine indeed. Differences over previous games are that goalkeepers seem tougher to beat. There are new animations to make things feel more realistic. And your computer-controlled teammates seem to make smarter decisions, like going on attacking runs just when you need them to. Scoring a goal this year feels super satisfying because you really have to earn it.
It's opened up for him, and it's in. A goal for Manchester United.
Other FIFA staples make their return, with Ultimate Team once again luring you in with random player packs that cost real money. But don't get sucked down that expensive rabbit hole. This mode lets you build a dream team and play against others online, and it's much the same as it's always been. FIFA's Street Soccer mode Volta is also back for a bit of a change of pace. And there's a lot more to dig into here, especially if you like watching fancy footwork up close and trying out some weird mini-games. My favourite mode though, no surprise, is the career mode, where you can build your own custom team from scratch and try to take them to glory over many seasons.
Well, a poor effort from a difficult angle, Stuart.
Well, he surely had to cut that back.
You get to play in the transfer market and battle hard to climb the table in the hunt for promotion to a bigger league. My ragtag bunch of very average players that I call Noob FC are on their way to stardom, I tell ya.
Well, that's wonderful attacking play. And it goes!
Come on, noobs!
A massive moment!
FIFA 22 is just a glorious game for any football fan. One of my only real criticisms is that the game makes it almost impossible to jump online for a quick one-off friendly against a random opponent. Everything is tied up in seasons or tournaments. I just want a quick game, not a slog. Overall though, FIFA is endlessly playable and always fun. So I'm giving FIFA 22 4 out of 5 rubber chickens. I was so excited to play, I bought a ball online and, well, it's not exactly what I wanted, but it'll do.
And a goal!
Feeling like you've played a few too many levels of that epic dungeon crawler and want to get off the couch? Well then, let's change up your routine with a few heart-pumping games to get your body moving. Grab some water and a towel. Here's some games to make you sweat. Change your world with AR. Thanks to the wonders of augmented reality, you can head outside on a sunny day and try out popular AR games like Pokemon Go, Minecraft Earth, or Harry Potter Wizards Unite. You won't work up a big sweat, but it will encourage you to take a bit of a break, get some fresh air, and rack up that step count. Just don't forget to charge your device 100% before you go. Dig out the Xbox Kinect. If you've got an Xbox Kinect camera lying around, set it up for some nostalgic fun. You can play a whole bunch of rhythm games, like the Just Dance series, Dance Central, Fantasia Music Evolved, and even connect Star Wars Galactic Dance Off. The great thing about a Kinect is that it's much more comfortable than holding a phone or controller in your sweaty palms. There's also Kinect Sports Rivals and Kinect Adventures for some extra multiplayer madness. And a good reason to get your grown-ups playing with you too. Make room for virtual reality. Check with your grown-ups if you can have a go with VR. Feel like a powerful Jedi and hit the boxes in the classic Beat Saber. Or try Fruit Ninja for some fruit slashing fun. And And there's also the hilarious O shape, which has players make a bunch of poses to go through or evade walls to the beat of funky music. Your whole body will get a workout. Just remember to take turns to prevent eye strain, but whether it's the Oculus, Vive, or PSVR, let's be real, just putting on the headset and gear is already a sweaty experience in itself. Switch it up with the Switch. With the Switch being such a versatile console, you can easily work up a sweat at home or outside on the go. The current reigning champion of gamer size is, of course, Ring Fit Adventure, for those who really want to take their fitness up a notch.
Fine work.
Or you can learn new skills with the fitness boxing games, then battle it out with friends in arms. If you want something cute, try Taiko no Tatsujin, Drum and Fun, where you can swing and drum to your heart's content. And if you want something even cuter, the Simple Jump Rope Challenge is free to download and offers daily jumping challenges to help you break a sweat. This little Switch is almost a personal trainer. No matter how you choose to combine your gaming with a bit of get up and go, remember to do some gentle stretching before and after any intense movement, so you won't be too sore afterwards. It'll really recharge your batteries. Speaking of, I think my controllers need a charge again. Alrighty-roo, it is time for some Ask SP. Oh, little known fact, the Alrighty-roo is a distant cousin of the kangaroo. Or it would be if I didn't just make that up. Anyway, let's kick things off with our first video, which comes from Harry.
Hi GGSP, my name is Harry. Today I have 2 questions for you. 1. Will Roblox be added to PS4? 2. Is there any simple coding games? Bye. And PS, Darren, please do these.
Oh, my pleasure. Confused. Double tongue. It's a me, Darren. Nonplussed. Half-plussed. Sleepy bobos.
Thanks, Harry. If you're wondering whether Roblox will ever come to PS4, well, possibly. Earlier this year, the CEO of Roblox said that he thought Roblox would make sense for platforms like PlayStation, Switch, and Quest, likely meaning Oculus Quest. This could be a hint that they're also thinking about Roblox VR. As for some simple coding games, well, if I know Darren, and I do, he's a bit of a code head, so let's see what he has to suggest.
Greetings, Darren speaking.
Hey Darren, Harry is after some simple coding games. What you got?
Oh, I do love to chat about coding. So, in fact, Jem walked us through a great array of games that can help you learn about simple coding and programming in a segment from earlier this year. So, if you search that out through our online channels, then you can check it out. Get it? It's a programming joke. Scratch is also a great free platform that allows you to try your hand at coding, creating and sharing your own games or animation projects with a drag and drop style of programming. Minecraft Education Edition offers some coding lessons too. And you may also enjoy Game Builder Garage if you have access to a Switch.
Jem and I made our own games in that, Darren. Aren't you proud of us?
Affirmative. Though I'm not quite sure if this works as a game design concept. But points for effort. Time for you to go to the next letter.
Thanks, Darren. I liked it. I thought it was good. Okay, bye. All right, moving on now to our next video, and this one comes from Poppy and Violet.
Hi Rad, Jen, and Darren. My question is, why does Among Us have to have 3 imposters or less? And my question is, when will Mario Kart 8 Deluxe have an update? Bye!
Thanks, Poppy and Violet. In answer to your first question about the number of imposters in Among Us, well, depending on how many people you're playing with, having more than 3 imposters might make it a bit hard for the crewmates to win.
Oh, this is a lot. 3 was a mistake.
The way that rules or parameters in a game balance out are usually factored into the games designed by the people making it. So perhaps the developers just thought that a maximum of 3 imposters was a good number to pick to even out the fun, strategy, and challenge of it all. That's not to say this won't ever change. After all, the game does now allow up to 15 players in a match, so maybe they'll consider upping the maximum imposter number in the future. As for whether there will be any more updates for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nintendo seems to be continuing support for the game where necessary, in the form of small fixes and things. But I'm not sure there will be any major new content updates, especially considering the game is several years old now. Eventually, Nintendo might prefer to just make the next installment in the Mario Kart series, instead of updating the previous version. But on to our next vid, and this one is from Badia.
Hi GGSP. Will there ever be a new skating game on the Switch? And can Red do these emoticons? Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Badia. If you're wondering about new skating games for the Switch, well, there are some on the horizon. Like Ollie Ollie World, which is due out around the end of the year. The other Ollie Ollie games are really fun, colourful, arcadey skate experiences, and Ollie Ollie World looks pretty promising too. Plus, it's set in a place called Radlandia, which, unsurprisingly, I am a fan of. Aside from that, we hear the long-awaited 4th game in the Skate series is in the works, but we don't know too much about that one yet, like what it will be classified, when it will release, or if it will even be on Switch. If you haven't already checked it out, Skate City arrived on Switch back in May this year. I haven't played this one personally, but I do quite like the look of the art style. And Skater XL, which came out on other platforms last year, is set to land on Switch at some point too. Though this game wasn't exactly my cup of tea. Alright, well, we better skate on out of here. If you have a question for us, go here to send it in. And if your vid gets picked for the show, we'll post you out some GGSP loot when we can. You know, I wish there was a Radlandia in real life.
That's all for this week, folks, but we've got a great show planned for next week, especially if you like little things going really fast. We bust out the bendy orange plastic pieces and look at the speedy, tiny toy racing of Hot Wheels Unleashed. And Darren dives into the epic origin story of Aku Aku and Uka Uka from the Crash Bandicoot games. But until then, stay safe, be nice, have fun, and keep gaming. Jen out.
Right out.